Right. Elon Musk is the CEO of SpaceX, the largest shareholder of Tesla, co-founder of Solar City, co-founder of PayPal. Let's jump into some thoughts of Elon Musk. Some quotes. He says, "I think it is possible for ordinary people to be extraordinary. When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to the basket." Now, this quote I think is very interesting just because I want to show you how he thinks, right? I think we all heard the quote that never put all your eggs in one basket, right? And I don't know about you guys, but for me, that was a quote that I kind of, centered a lot of my energy around. Like I live not putting all my eggs in one basket, right? And I think a lot of people still live that way after hearing that quote. But this is interesting because I'm pretty sure he heard that quote and he just didn't accept that quote. He said, I'm not going to think like that. I'm going to think like this, which is it's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket, right? Like I said, very interesting to me. He's not the only one that I could say kind of, broke that I'm not just going to settle for this quote, don't put all my eggs in one basket. I think Kobe Bryant once said, what he said, they won't tell you is you can always figure out a way to make more eggs, right? Nah, what Kobe Bryant said, he said, everyone will tell you never put all your eggs in one basket. But what they won't tell you is you can always figure out a way to make more eggs. So once again, another person that just didn't accept that quote. And like I said, it's very interesting because, certain quotes limit us, right? It give you a sense of limitation. And so here we have two individuals that they didn't go by that quote. They didn't accept that quote. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. They went around that quote. You know what I'm saying? So once again, Musk said it's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. Kobe Bryant said, everyone would tell you never put all your eggs in one basket, but what they won't tell you is you can always figure out a way to make more eggs. So, food for thought, you know what I'm saying? But for me, the bottom line is just, be careful of what quotes you accept in your life, especially if they kind of lead to any kind of limitation, right? So, that's the bottom line for me. You know what I'm saying? Food for thought. All right, let's get into some more quotes by Elon. He also says, "I want to die on Mars, just not on impact." Now, once again, another interesting quote from Elon. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I've never heard until now an individual say that they want to die on Mars, just not on impact. So once again, it just kind of show you, it just kind of shows you the way that he thinks, right? Like most of us, we're not even thinking about Mars. We're not even thinking about, we're not even thinking about living and or dying on Earth. This guy's already talking about he wants to die on Mars. Like that's a vision that he has for himself. And as you can see, the energy that thought brings about for him, right? He has a company called SpaceX. He's trying to make this vision a reality. You know what I'm saying? As we can see, he ain't just talking. He's doing whatever he can to die on Mars, right? And if we fortunate to see it, that would be something incredible. But once again, it's not something that just happened one day because he just woke up and just said, I'm going to go to Mars. This is something that he lives by. You know what I'm saying? This is a quote that he goes by. So, once again, just very interesting how he thinks. It's not a coincidence as you see the moves that he's making in life. So, I just found that very interesting that he thinks like that, right? So I got another one. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it is not, right? So as you can see, he has a positive quote that he goes by, right? You know what I'm saying? So for him, of course, every day he get up, he's thinking that the future is going to be better. That's how he's thinking. The future is going to be better. The future is going to be better. The future is going to be better. And like I said, you can see, the energy that it brings about for him, right? All right, so I got one last one. He says, the future of humanity is going to bifurcate, right? The future of humanity is going to bifurcate in two directions. Either it's going to become multi-planetary or it's going to remain confined to one planet. And eventually there's going to be an extinction event. So, once again, he broke it down to two last visions. Either we go into another planet and live and evolve, or we going to remain here and become extinct. As they told us when we was in school, like dinosaurs and things like that. And as we can see, you see what side he chose. He chose the multi-planetary side, right? It's him, I guess right now, Bezos. I guess you got these other countries that have their own space programs as well. We got NASA. So, those guys, they thinking multi-planetary. They've been thinking like that for a long, long time. Probably before we was even born. People have been thinking like that. These guys are just, within the technology to take those thoughts even further. And as you can see, they're taking it the distance, right? So, once again, Elon Musk, very, a couple of quotes, you know what I'm saying? Took a little dive into his mind. It's a little interesting. As you can see, it's not the average mind, right? Especially, like I said, you tell me who you ever heard, you know what I'm saying, any day of your life say, I want to die on Mars, just not on Impact. I've never heard that. You may hear it once in a while, but it just goes to show you how he's thinking. And it's not a coincidence that he's bringing about what he's bringing about. So, once again, this one was just some food for thought. Elon Musk. Have a good one. Have a good one. Elon Musk, largest shareholder of Tesla, Fortune Series.